the question is why. Like, why we do what we do. How do we create happiness? What makes me happy? And I can find out why I'm doing what I'm doing. That's your why. Like, what makes this thing make you happy? If we can answer that question to ourselves, straight away, we can identify these are the things we need to do often in our lives to get that happiness back.
Yeah.
And so that basically kicks us off as to how we can create motivation in ourselves, find that why.
Sometimes the why doesn't even have to be happiness related. So, like, why do you go to work is to get money, but maybe there's an extension of that. Why do you want the money?
Yep.
So that you can, pay your bills and live a comfortable life.
Yeah.
And you have money to buy concert tickets or to go out drinking on the weekend, like whatever it might be. It's, obviously the why isn't always attached to happiness, but a lot of the time when you ask why am I doing this thing, is like, it might be to get this other thing.
Yep.
It's like, well, why do you need that other thing? To get this other thing.
Yep.
Why do you need that other thing? You usually end up getting to the point of because it makes me happy, or because it makes me feel good, or because it makes me feel fulfilled, or something. So
why are we doing things in life if we can't see the reason for them? Especially if it's having a negative implication on us. Sometimes we've got to get tough and just make the decision to cut these things out. And sometimes that takes a lot of sacrifice and a lot of thought. But if we can get down to the core of the things, we can fill our lives with happiness. Whether you choose to believe that or not, we actually have control and we can take the responsibility to create our own life of happiness.
Yeah.
By choosing what we can bring in and the activities that we do, and the people we associate with and all of those things.
Mm-hmm. One of the most important things about staying motivated is having a reason why.
Yep.
Reason why you're doing something. Have you got any personal examples of something that you're working towards? Why do you want to be healthy?
Yeah, there's an element of longevity. I don't so much have a number that I wish to reach. Obviously, you can't control life and death. Mm-hmm. It will come whenever it comes for you.
Yep.
But I sort of want to push the odds in my favor. So there's a level of exercise and healthy eating and everything that comes in my day. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do what's reasonable for me to perform at my best and contribute my best to the world and the environments that I'm in. And I achieve that by having a certain level of strength and nutrition that's met every day. Simple.
So you're sort of, you have this ideal lifestyle that you want to try and live.
Yeah.
And you're continually working towards that. That's your goal. That's your reason why.
That's a daily
you want to
thing.
Live a better, happier, healthier life.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Because I also have some health goals, but mine are from a why not rather than a why.
Yeah.
So I've suffered with a lot of back pain over the last, I'm going to say about 6 years, give or take. And it's fucking miserable. Every day you wake up and you're sore and you feel like a 50-year-old man and you're like, why do I feel this way? The back pain is stemmed from, years of poor posture, spending a lot of time at computers and sitting on poor chairs and not looking after myself, basically. I've destroyed myself slowly over time and now I'm here. And the pain is miserable. I don't feel good. And that affects my mental state because I physically don't feel good and you're irritated and you're grumpy and you're miserable. And I one day, about two years ago or so, I woke up and I'm like, I'm so sick of this pain. I'm so sick of feeling this way. I'm like, I'm 25. I feel 50. This is not good. And it's not going to get any better. Life is not going to just throw me a fucking bone and I'm just going to all of a sudden, have my back heal and I'm going to be healthy and wonderful again. It's like, it's only going to get worse.
Yep.
Unless I do something about it.
Yep.
I need to take responsibility for this and start working towards improving my situation.
Yep.
I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to live like this anymore. And that day was the day that I started to look after myself. I've been, since then, I've been doing things like yoga on a regular basis. I've been working out to try and strengthen my core and my other muscles to support my spine some more. I've been seeing physios and chiropractors and all sorts of other professionals. I exercise regularly. I eat better, which controls my weight, which also helps with my back. There's a whole series of lifestyle things that I do now on a regular basis. And mentally, I feel so much better because I know that I'm doing something about it. I haven't conquered it yet. I haven't beaten it. But I feel good in the fact that I'm actually working toward, I've got a plan. I'm doing the actions. I'm working towards feeling better. And that mentally helps way more than just sitting there suffering.
Yep.
So that's my why for why I'm living a healthier life. Not because I'm trying to achieve a specific lifestyle, but because I'm trying to get as far away from the daily pain and negativity as possible.
Yeah.
So sometimes the why is a why, and sometimes the why is a why not. Like, why do you what are you trying to get away
Escape.
from?
Yeah.
It's like you can be heading towards something or away from something, but either one of those things are great motivators.
The biggest thing is obviously you're doing daily activities to contribute towards that. And it's so easy to keep your why and your why not at the forefront of your mind,
So easy.
because it's so clear. This thing sucked really bad, so let's get the hell away from that, you know, as far as possible. So I need to do this thing right now. I need to do my stretches. I need to do my workouts because I know this thing's going to come back to.
Well, that's the thing. The thing is, and I've had some numerous examples of this, is like if I don't look after myself for even a week or maybe 2 or 3 days, if I don't do my yoga, my stretches, my whatever, looking after myself, even for just a few days or a week, I notice it in my back. It gets really fucking sore again, like really quickly. It's like I'll be making all this progress. It's going really well, going really well, going really well. I stop. Within like a few days, it just fucking crashes. Like maybe not all the way back to the bottom, but it goes backwards way quicker than it goes forwards. And then, you know, the baseball bat comes and fucking knocks you right out again. And it's like, no, you got to keep pushing. You keep moving forward, because as soon as you stop, it catches right back up with you. So I've had those constant reminders of like, no, this is why I need to keep doing it, because if I don't, it's going to hit me like a freight train again.
So that's a physical reminder. Hang on, we need to stay on this path. So obviously that makes it really easy,
fantastic
because
motivation.
It's a physical pain, you know, but maybe not all of our goals have that pain associated.
Some of them might have mental pain.
Mental pain. Ooh, they go hand in hand. The why is because we don't want the why not, you know. What are we doing in our lives to have constant reminders of those whys?
I think that's important to have your why, and also like what happens if I don't. What, like you need two examples. And I think I was listening to a podcast the other day with Jordan Peterson. You know, we've mentioned him before, but he's a really good person in terms of developing yourself, and he's a good person to start with as well if you're just getting into personal development. But he talks a lot about, you set up a vision for yourself in the future. What is the dream lifestyle that you want to live? You set that up, you figure out what it's going to take you maybe to get there, and you sort of write that out as like a list of things. Then he also gets you to write out another dream, another vision of like what my future will be like if I don't do all these things. And then you sort of have that really negative image of what your future could be and a really positive one. And then you constantly just compare those. You put them side by side and you're saying every day when you wake up, you're like, am I going to head towards this negative image of myself in the future, or am I heading towards this positive image of myself? And by having those both positive and negative pictures right next to each other, you're like, well, obviously I'm going to choose this better path, even though there might be, you know, might be challenging today to like get up and do that workout, or to, you know, save that money, like whatever your goals and your steps are. It's like, yes, they're challenging, but you know what's more challenging? Getting to that negative vision of your future. Like that, it's an easier path. You just do nothing. You just keep living life the way you are. It's easy. It's so easy to do that on a daily basis. The problem is, if you can see where it's taking you, you're going to be like, whoa, I don't want to be there. I'm actually going to have to do something today. So having the positive and the negative comparisons of where your future can be are also really good motivators. It's like once you do that, it's like it's almost obvious. Like, whoa, I need to do something.
There's no option.
Like you know, unless you really just hate yourself and want to create a negative future for yourself. It's like at that point, once you set up the two options, like it's just like it's so obvious which way you want to go.